Hi. What's up, Rams fans? Well, good news. You beat the hell out of the 49ers yesterday. And other great news, at least for me, I guess for you too. We're 4-0 when I am in attendance at games. So Rams, I need season tickets. I need to go to games for the rest of the season. I need to be at SoFi. The fans approve of it. So let's get that rolling. I am Tuna. This is Tuna and the Sheriff. I'm joined by my co-host, the Sheriff, who is way more well rested than I am, who has a lot more vocal cords than I do right now. Good morning, Sheriff. How was that game for you yesterday?
Dude, that game was absolutely incredible. And honestly, too, I think that like my biggest thing with that game was that like obviously it feels great to just, beat the butt cheeks off the Niners, but also I think that
Oh,
ultimately
yeah.
it was like that's kind of how I expected us to be able to play. You know what I mean? Like after that first game where the Niners were able to go down on their first two drives and score on us, I feel like we outplayed the hell out of them after that. So to see a game where we kind of just handled our business and just got it done, man, I think that was absolutely perfect.
Dude, it was
What's going on?
I'll
What is
just
that?
say this. Can you hear me? What's wrong?
Yeah, I could do something else though too.
You give me a moment. So I'm home in Stockton. So
Oh,
we're
oh, okay,
we're home family. Yeah, sorry about that. But we continue.
okay. Well, I was done. So but yeah, absolutely incredible, man, to see just the what we expect the Rams to be able to play like, to see it happen on the road against a division team. Obviously, that was one of like the first big tests of the Rams as we've been, kind of turning the corner as it is a bit of a just after those first few games or whatever, where everybody's starting to get frustrated. It's like we're not beating up on anybody, and now we're just beating up on everybody. So it's just good to be where we're at right now, knowing that we're playing good ball, and this is kind of what I expected the Rams to be able to play like. This is about the time that that's going to happen, and obviously we don't want to dive in, too early here, but hell of a matchup as this upcoming weekend with two teams playing some really really good football right now. So that'll be fun. But to do it to the Niners, man, is obviously that's always going to be awesome. So.
Dude, that was phenomenal. The vibes at the stadium. We can talk about that though. And like I said, I'm very excited on Wednesday to talk about the Seahawks game.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a real battle for first place. No, the vibes there were fun. I mean, first 30 seconds I walked into the Niners tailgate. I'm got called a bitch, which is funny for existing. uh yeah, walked by a group and he was like, "Hey, you enjoyed the game, all right?" But like very aggressively, like it was like a threat. Like you better enjoy that game. I was like, yeah. And he's like, "That dude's a bitch." So I'm like, all right. Phenomenal.
All right.
Shout out to 916 Rams, though. They
Nice.
set up huge Rams tailgate. That was there. It was super fun, super awesome. They all RV'd in. Super phenomenal job on those guys.
Those guys are
And dude, so fun.
yeah.
And then in the stadium, very quiet first quarter because they were not having a good time. A little ruckus in the second quarter when they started storming back a little bit. And then as the game went on, took a lot of video. It's going around on Twitter right now. 8.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter is when they started heading down those stairs and started walking out. That was funny. It was great. And then especially after the Emmanuel Forbes interception, it started clearing out. It was like, okay, we get it. And
Yeah.
it was nice. It was nice.
It's good to see, man. There's a lot of good to talk about when it comes to that game, obviously. I mean, the Rams kind of just did what they needed to do. So, yeah, there was that little stretch in there where, they were able to punch it in that one right before halftime. Who was that to punch that one in? Yeah, Juwan Jennings and then Brian Robinson getting the
Mm,
touchdown right on the other side of half. So they kind of were able to double us up like that, but then Rams were able to just kind of put it away. One thing that I'm glad that we didn't need to start our show with here, but I'm going to mention it anyway. Two-sided aspect here of the special teams, which is every single kick looked smooth and beautiful. I'm cool with that, man. That operation looked real nice. And then we got our own freaking block on the other side of that too, man. So not only was our kicking looking good, man, but Jared Verse
Yeah,
puts one down, man. Hell yeah.
we can do
Oh,
that.
tables have turned,
We can
man.
do that.
Tables have turned. I'm loving this, man. That was absolutely
When
perfect.
I read the rule book, I thought it said everyone except the Rams can get blocks on special teams. I thought that was against the rules. I thought we weren't allowed to. No, that was it was awesome. The flow of the game, I will say. So a lot of 13 personnel people, everyone's been talking about it the last few weeks. I talked about it on the film, and I was right. I made a prediction on that very last play. They threw in like the last play, like, or second last play of last week's game. They lined up at 13, and Higbee was in at fullback, and then just motioned out, like didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
He lined up Davis Allen at fullback and actually ran in between the tackles. I was like, is this 2016? What are we doing? It was awesome. We have a fullback, Joe.
Dude, I mean,
I
we
love it.
we truly too, like, I understand that not everybody is like the biggest Parkey fan, but like we really do have 4 tight ends who are starters. Like it's
They
not
look
fair, dude.
good.
Yeah, they all look good too. Like so to pull out 13, which I loved also the way I heard this will come up in your all 22 stuff, depending on what like aspect you're going to look at this week. But what I
Mhm.
really liked was coming out in situations where it's first drive or first play of the drive, where 13 personnel, Higbee on the sideline, and Muff the only wideout. That was like it's like, oh man, what a vote of confidence here, man. Like it's like, yeah, Puka, Devontae, why don't you guys go to get you take a couple reps off, dude. We're good, man. Like, we got Mump out here. So that was really cool to see. Obviously, we were running in those situations, but we were certainly passing in those situations as well. So that was really cool to see that the 13 personnel being Corum in the backfield, Allen, Ferg, and Parkey, and then Mump. It's like, damn, dude, like we're going so deep because we could put a 13 personnel that's technically way more talented than that technically out on the field. So to see it and see it working, man, that
Yeah.
was absolutely incredible.
They'll be able to shift in bodies and feel confident to do that because they'll line up in that. They'll not have Devontae, they'll not have Puka, and they'll still have Stafford drop back into a play action and then
Mhm.
chuck it deep.
Yeah.
There was a concerted effort to get Ferguson deep. They ran the
Yeah.
same play back to back. I think it was the third quarter where Ferguson ran like it wasn't. I don't think it was a wheel. I think he ran across and then into a wheel. Where
Mhm.
the first one he missed it, landed right here. They went right back to it. The next play, caught it, deep pass that way. It is so much different. The flow of the game, how they've been going into 13 personnel. Because like you mentioned, the 49ers did double up around the half. We're like, okay, we've seen this before. Like, all right. Even when we were up 21-0, I had to tell Miguel, I was like, hey man, like this is a divisional game. They could easily
Yeah.
score 3 touchdowns
Yeah.
back in the
It's not
response. And now
done.
we're worried.
Yeah.
The difference, not just 13 personnel, what this offense is doing behind Matthew Stafford and him legitimized in front of everybody, he is an MVP front runner because he put his foot down even when they were getting momentum and said, nah,
Mhm.
that's enough. Went down and scored. Went down and scored again. Like 4 touchdowns? I don't care that they have all these injuries. It's a Robert Saleh defense in a divisional game in San Francisco where they historically will make games really messy and complicated. Um, yeah, Stafford being able to in the second half to say, no more, we're going to go win this game. That's the difference between this team and the last 2 seasons. This team is very fucking good.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. You almost need it, like, and I hate to say it too, because like I know at least one person hears that and is like, no, no, it doesn't make any sense. But it's like you almost need that to happen against Philly early in the season because now that's not going to happen again. It's like let that happen in a week 3 game. Sure, that
Yeah.
sucks. It's an NFC opponent, obviously one of the better ones too. You want to have those head-to-head wins, but to have them come back on you like they did, it's like now we know. It's like, okay, they just put up 14 in a row on us. Let's go ahead and shut them up again. You know what I mean? And then Matthew Stafford
Mhm.
absolutely just being unbelievable. 7th quarterback in NFL history to throw at least 4 touchdown passes in 3 straight games. First ever to do that with no interceptions in
First,
the same stretch.
first ever.
Crazy,
Yeah.
crazy, man. So yeah, Stafford is he's playing unbelievable right now. I keep seeing it too, all to all this morning and stuff like that, I've been seeing like, welcome to the MVP conversation, Stafford. But look who's in the MVP. It's like, yo, welcome to the party. where
Yeah,
have you
no,
guys been,
you
man?
welcome.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, no. Yeah, it's not that Matthew Stafford's now in the conversation. It's that you are now talking about it. You're now in the conversation for Matthew Stafford MVP. We've been on
Yeah,
this for weeks. I don't know where you guys have been. So, and he's,
don't get
dude,
me started. You know how I feel.
really on
I
fire.
won't. I won't go down that rabbit hole. You know exactly how I feel about big media. We won't.
Yeah,
The conversation for another day. I'll write it. I'll write about
there you go. Yeah.
it. Yeah. And it also touchdown pass 400 on his career. What is it? 9 other players in NFL history have ever reached that number. I mean, he's right now. It's cherries on top of everything. He's getting enough of national attention where I think he's solidifying Hall of Fame status, regardless of how the rest of the season. Unless he just those interceptions only the rest of the season, knock on wood. But yeah, just so freaking good. And the one area that I do want to critique though, my initial thoughts without watching it back, I think the 49ers offensive line definitely played up to another level.
Oh yeah,
Um,
they really did.
their defensive side obviously incredibly injured. Offensively, I don't know how many injuries they truly have outside of Brett. Ayuk is out and Pearsall's out. They still have receivers they trust. McCaffrey's there. Brian Robinson's there. Like Mac Jones is operating at extremely high clip, and that offensive line, like Trent Williams, I'm sorry, he did negate Jared Verse all game. Like I didn't really see Verse do anything when he was one on one with them. Mac Jones had all the time in the world. Like he was like 31 of 37 at one point.
Yeah.
That sucks, but it's part of their game plan. Yeah, I don't know if I can like say, oh, the defense played bad. Niners just played hell of a fucking game plan, to be honest.
Honestly, too, yeah, I think you're right. The Niners offensive line played really, really good. If I had to pick out some spots where the Niners, where I was a little bit surprised / impressed by them, it would be offensive line play. I thought that the Rams would do a better job of getting in there. And then George Kittle, I thought that he played better than I expected him to. Just considering how he had come into the year, that touchdown was unbelievable. It truly was. I mean, it was in
He's
a
good.
spot where it didn't like mean as much as it could have. Like it could have been something we see for the rest of the season, and we might see it clipped out here and there. But like ultimately, because of the situation and how like irrelevant it was, then I like it's not like that crazy. But like the physical ability on that was absolutely insane, dude. So I was surprised to see him playing so well. I thought that I was kind of getting to that point where it's like, oh, is he still even a relevant tight end? And I think he kind of showed that that he can still get.
Oh,
And then that offensive line, yeah, they played really, really good.
George Kittle, man, he's watching him in person. I mean, on TV too.
Mm-hmm.
He still is that guy. Like there was a key third down where like we're just sitting there like I would just go to Kittle because we can't cover him.
Yeah.
Like I don't care how good Lake is playing, how good Cordell is playing. Kittle was an all pro and like Hall of Fame conversationalist type player at his position for a reason. Like he's very fucking good. Um, I know the running game for them. I will give the defense props. They didn't really get. There was that 1 or 2 drives where Brian Robinson was like we just could not stop the run when they
Yeah.
were actually getting momentum. Brian Robinson looked really good. Christian McCaffrey didn't have a lot of headspace. I'm very, very happy to see. I think outside of 1 or 2 plays where he got over 10 yards,
Mm-hmm.
McCaffrey wasn't extremely dynamic like we saw him do the other teams. So it was much better in that regard. And I don't know, you watched the TV cast. Did it seem like they were blitzing a lot, our defense? Because it did not feel that way.
No, we're also not big blitzers though, so we should have because we weren't getting enough pressure, I think, but didn't
That's
really
my
see.
point. I know we talked about last week that we are one of like super low percentage in blitzing,
Yeah.
but have been doing well in pressuring with 4 people.
Yeah.
But then you run into games like this where it's like, okay, are you going to flip the switch though, or are you just going to keep beating your head against the wall because you're not getting to Mac Jones at all? So
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy too because it in the first game it was like they were just getting rid of the ball really, really quick. This game that wasn't necessarily the case, but yeah, just protection did well. So no sacks for the Rams in this one. Obviously that sucks because we want to we want to crush all those records and stuff like that and be up there. But I
yeah,
think that too, like we're gonna have 0 sacks in this game, but like in 3 weeks we're gonna have an 11 sack game. You know what I mean? Like it's we'll make up for it, I'm sure. So that'll be fine. But yeah, I think it also comes down to game plan. I think that Shanahan knows how to slow down our pass rush a little bit, and I think that that's kind of what they were doing. We saw a little bit more. Well, not, and I don't even know if it's more or not, but a decent amount of motions and stuff like that, and it kind of slows down where you're attacking, because you don't know if that's going to be a sweep or something like that. You need to set the edge, or if you're just going to be able to pin your ears back, stuff like that. So there's a lot of moving pieces, obviously, to a pass rush. But obviously, we expect that with these kind of players that we can get into the face of a quarterback, especially somebody like Mac Jones, who isn't known for just like pulling some crazy Lamar Jackson spin outs and stuff like that. Like, you should be able to get to him. We had a couple times where we got close, but you got to be able to put him down.
The one time that really got close, where it's just like finally the defensive line was just like collapsing the pocket.
Yeah,
that was the Emmanuel Forbes interception. That's when he just
Yeah.
finally was like,
Yeah.
chucked it, and Emmanuel Forbes and I think it was Tank were there to disrupt it, and Forbes came up with a second interception where I was able to get a funny looking video of them pointing and laughing at a Niners fan in the end zone
Nice.
who was angry.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of Lamar Jackson, there's like 2 or 3 plays where Matthew Stafford was sprinting, and I'm like, look at all that speed, baby.
Oh,
and
man.
then the touchdown pass to Davis Allen, that was nice. That was very fucking nice. I didn't think he had that in him.
That was crispy, man. I love to see that, dude. That was really good. I kind of had this thought yesterday too. I'm gonna kind of bounce this off of you. Is as I was watching the night game yesterday, actually, because that was so exciting. But I was just kind of sitting there thinking, and I saw this Aaron Donald video pop up, and it was like, damn, dude, like we knew that Aaron Donald, like we were watching a Hall of Fame career, but like, and that's the thing is like we have really, really good players today. We've got Jared Verse and Kobe Turner and Byron Young and these guys who are very, very talented players. But it's kind of made me think about it last night of like, oh, we're still missing Aaron Donald though. Like it's like that kind of guy who just at any point was just like, nah, you're not gonna get this play. I'm gonna go ahead and stop you here. It's like even though Jared Verse, I think, can develop into that. It's one of those things where we're seeing it yesterday where it's like, oh, he's not there yet. Like it's Aaron Donald's a different kind of animal. It's like Jared Verse is an elite athlete, one of the best in the NFL. And Aaron Donald still is one of those where we think about it. It's like, damn, if only we had somebody like that, like it's nuts to think about, man. I don't know how you feel about that, but it was like, wow, what a one of one player, man. I just feel like it reminded me of it again yesterday. Cause like we have really, really good players right now and still they're not that level, so I don't know. I was just thinking about that last night,
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, I did not watch a lick of any other football after getting back from the Bay Area. It took so long, and I was running on 3 hours of sleep the night before. I just missed the night game. But I heard at one point the score was like 3-2 at one point.
Yeah. The safety was hilarious too. It was funny.
I can't wait to go back. I can't wait to watch the highlights. No, and no one will ever be Aaron Donald. You can't replicate Aaron Donald. It's just not going to happen. But like I even said it in the matchups for this game, at some point, Jared Verse has to be able to hit that switch. And what we're talking about, and I know you and me understand, like we're right there on the same page, but for anyone watching, exactly what Stafford did in that game and what Stafford's done this whole season, where it's like momentum's all lost, like you're having a bad quarter, and then your best player just comes out and just says, all right, fuck it, we're going to go down and score. Like, I'm better than everyone else on the other side of the ball. I'm going to dictate what happens. Not everyone can do that. Your coaching scheme can like put you in the right positions. You can go on the drive, but having one player just decide, no one's going to fuck up my game right now.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Donald did it all the time. You watch him enough, you know what he did. There's no one on the defensive side that does that. But fortunately, there's no one in the league that can do what Aaron Donald used to do. But for us, it does have to come as like a team defensive like movement like that, where, hey, maybe you blitz a little bit more. Hey, maybe you throw a fire zone to help out your defensive line. But right now, you're right. Jared Verse is not there yet to where he can take over the game against anybody. Because Trent Williams is still Trent Williams, but he can and probably will do it the rest of the season to other less talented offensive linemen.
I just want like that a player again where we can hear him just be like, "I'm just one guy, one on one. Come on, why do you need help? I'm just one guy."
Stop using
That's my favorite stuff ever. I'm one guy.
or the Geno Smith watching Aaron Donald come right down the pipe, like,
Yeah. Oh
oh
my
shit,
god.
oh my god.
Yeah, man, it's absolutely incredible, man. But yeah, it's I mean, that we have that in our quarterback, which is just as good to have when the offense takes the field and it's like it shows a close up of 9 and you see the look in his eyes. You're like, oh, we're good. Like we're all right, man. There's a dude we were watching with he's kind of like joining our group right now in locally. Just this is only his second game he came to. He's like, man, I'm getting nervous. And I was like, look at Stafford, man. We're good. We're all right." like it's like look at this guy. And then we just go down and score real quick. We get that touchdown to Devontae. He was like, all right, you're right.
There's something different. I don't know what was in that immortal RV in the preseason. I don't know what Kelly Stafford's doing at home to get her man ready for the games, because he's out here running around like
Yeah.
he's hitting all these perfectly timed passes already. There was that one where it was like a deep dig to Devontae early on, and he threw the ball. I'm like, live. I'm like, there's no one there. Oh, there's Devontae. It's stupid. But him like when have you ever seen Stafford dance? Like
Give me that shimmy all that, dude. That was so. It was like, dude. As soon as I saw that, it was like, first of all, that's gonna define our season. We're gonna see that for the rest of the year. We Rams fans. That's gonna be just in our world for the rest of the season. Two,
yeah,
it's like the second I saw that, I was like, oh, we're winning the Super Bowl this year. It was like, it
that's
was
what
like,
I'm saying, dude.
like, if 9 is acting like this, who's stopping us? That was so awesome.
That's what I'm saying, man. I don't know what is in the Stafford where he's acting different, but again,
We're getting some help here.
for 20,
So
what's that?
it's single piece. I'll do whatever Kelly does if he'll keep playing like this.
To a cut.
Yeah, Brett's out here taking one for the team. The shimmy Stafford, man. That's the best thing of all time, man. So when Stafford's playing like this, the vibes are pinnacle, man. You can't get the vibes higher, man.
I mean, the whole team reacts to it. Your 37-year-old quarterback is out here doing the shimmy, throwing 20 touchdowns and 0 interceptions the last 4 games. That's stupid. Like when I do that in NCAA, I'm like, maybe I got to bump up the difficulty. This doesn't seem realistic.
Up, man. We'll look up the odds for Stafford MVP now. They may not be updated with a game still going. Plus 300. He is tied for first place.
With Mahomes, right? Still.
No.
Anyways, no.
Tied with Drake. Yep.
Good. Drake deserves in the conversation. They had a good game yesterday.
Jameson Taylor plus 500, by the way. He's in third.
What was I going to say? The other thing, the last thing, I'll drop Stafford for the rest of the episode. Yeah, the amount of turnover-worthy plays is very low. He had 1 this game, but looking back the last few games, there's like maybe 1 where it's like, it's a little bit off. But when he's missing out of bounds. He's missing high on purpose. Yeah. Of like just either my guy or nobody. Very low turnover-worthy plays. It's phenomenal. Like I can't say enough about it.
There's also been some that have been very exciting because like they'll show the replay and it's like a 30-yard play, whatever. They'll show a replay and it's like, oh, he could have gone here, 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 or here. It's like everybody was open. What a design!
McVay. McVay is scheming. He's playing calls phenomenally. Much need is going to be talked about. Like if this season ends up in a Super Bowl, the big story is going to be talking about 13 personnel and how Puka Nacua getting injured sparked that out of necessity, and it like sends them on a run, and it's really really cool. I'm struggling to figure out what else to talk about because just from being at the stadium and just lack of sleep the last 2 days getting here. What else am I missing from this game?
Not much, man. I just want to reiterate again that like how excited I would get to see 13 personnel, but with no Higbee, Devontae, or Puka or Kyron on the field, and it's still working. Still pick up 8 yards here, pick up then another 5. Okay, now we'll bring in 13 personnel. We'll hit them for a 40. Okay, now bring him back in 13. We'll hit him with a 5-yard run. Like it was like that was just a machine, man. That was and to see the inner workings too of just the different players coming in and out. Like I said, like Mump being the one lone wideout when we're in 13 and it working. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, he's not getting the target stuff like that, but he's clearing out that that deep defender on that side, and then underneath is Allen coming. You know what I mean? So like, it's working, man. And right now we're really, really, really finding our rhythm. Gonna need it, man, because this matchup. We'll dive into it Wednesday and Friday pretty heavy, but this next matchup is no freaking joke, man. Seattle Seahawks are playing some damn good football. Rams are playing some damn good football. We're in our rivalries uniforms for this week, man. It's going to be some sick stuff to put our eyes on on the SoFi turf, man. I know you're going to be there for that one, man. We got to start this fund, man. Get you season tickets so we can lock in at least all guaranteed home games for wins. All right. We're going to start the fund, man.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah, come on. Come on. This is state mandated at this point. The government's back open again, so we have to get this funded. No, yeah. Shout out to Isaac. He actually is bringing me to the game. He's just like, "Hey, man, got a ticket. You're rolling." I'm like, all right, cool. So, shout out Isaac, and yeah, 4-0.
Yeah,
4-0.
dude.
You know what else is really cool. Speaking of community, as we're getting close to the end of the episode here, I know we talked about it in private. I know I made a public statement about it, but we'll just say it on here because you're a part of this. We hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel, brother. How's that feel?
Hell yeah, we did, dude. Feels incredible, man. I know that was like the goal was to hit
Yeah.
that by the season's end, and we are only gonna
Yeah.
be into week 11, man. So that's absolutely awesome, man. What's the next goal, dude? We got to hit this. What are we doing?
100,000 now. The goal,
1
honestly,
million.
everything is house money at this point. This we hit 1,000 because of you and your idea to like, hey, let's do this show every week, and then it turned into we do twice. We're like, ah, fuck it, let's just do 3 times. And the consistency has been happening, and it's because of you. So a lot of credit to you. Thank you for your work that you do for this channel. So thank you, brother, and thank you to all of you watching. You guys are honestly super awesome. Like to talk to you guys like 3 times a week consistently, and hundreds of you watch this every episode. Like it's really freaking cool. Like it's really fun. Thank you.
This show's an absolute blast, man. I'm really glad that we're doing it. This is just season 1, so for the foreseeable future, catch us Tuna in the share, man. So hell yes. All right, I gotta start heading out to work here, but hell of a game, hell of a time. We talked about it of like one thing I wanted to see, which was number of carries. We had 16 in our first matchup. Brett's pointed out here that they actually went 50-50 on carries, which was awesome. But 30 rush attempts in this game. I think that's big news. Big news. Went from 16 in the first matchup, which was a loss, 30 this time. I love to see it. Rams are getting some ground game work in there. CMC and the Niners offense haven't been able to get it really running on the ground yet. So that kind of played a big part of this game. Rams 7-2, dude. Still second place in the NFC West, though, because damn it, Seattle. We'll take that over this next week, though, man.
That is going to be a good game, and I have a good way that we should go out here. I'm bringing up something on the screen for us. This was the fun part I was telling you about.
Oh hell
this
yeah!
Was yeah. So I made a little joke about pregame. Oh, the stadium's empty, they can't sell out, and everyone saying, "Oh, we sell out yours." So sat on it a little bit and made sure to show them this a little bit. That this is your team leaving with 8.5 minutes left in the game, and this was every section. They're starting to file out at this point.
Yeah, I saw somewhere in the because you can see in the background of some of those videos that people are taking off, and it's every section just kind of flooding out. It's like, all right, that's
no, it was the second that interception happened, it was like everyone's like, okay, we're going home now. So just wanted to share that a little bit.
Hope you beat traffic. Hope it was a nice drive home. All right, let's get out of here. What are we gonna list as we
Hey,
pay off?
the Bay Area bridges that they had to pay tolls at to exit that game.
So the
No, I'm
left
kidding.
one. I don't know.
In honor of 13 personnel, favorite tight ends in Rams history.
Oh, give me Brandon Manumaliuna.
One, I think we still fumbled. Gerald Everett.
Mm,
So much potential. So much
yeah.
potential.
Joe Klopfenstein. We're ready.